You have 5 seconds to ruin the entire wedding. What would you do? Pastry chef here. I used to do a lot of wedding cakes. And would have to move them to wherever the couple wanted it displayed. I always had a fantasy. If I ever decided to quit, walk out, to purposely drop the cake in front of the wedding party and act like it was an accident. And just burst out in tears and storm out. Never to be seen again. So to answer your question, destroy the cake, or shit on it or something if that's your style. In the middle of the ceremony stand up, interrupt the officiant, and publicly propose to someone else. Destroy the ring. Your child in my uterus objects. Bribe the organist with cash to play The Phantom of the Opera theme as the bride comes down the aisle. Propose to my date and hijack the reception to be a celebration of our engagement. Yell fire. That worked with the graduation. When they say, you may now kiss the bride, they never specified who may kiss the bride. Stand up and shout, hi, everybody, I'm the mistress. Eat the plastic dolls on top of the cake. Show up. Claim the bride is pregnant with your child, you are pregnant with the groom's child, and have 4 seconds left to spare. Thank the husband for letting me borrow his bride-to-be last night. Propose to the bride. Play the Rains of Castamere. I'd kiss the bride. Take off my pants and start doing the helicopter. Yell whore when the bride walks down the aisle. I do that Naruto finger jab thing to the bride's butt, sending her flying into the cake. I Ross take the Rachel. Show up wearing a large, elaborate wedding dress. Propose to the best man. Cry hard when I don't get an immediate yes so my makeup runs. Spit on the bride. Grab and kiss the groom. And run away screaming about how flat the earth is. For the visuals, I am a 36-year-old man. Yell, bro, isn't she the one you said was hideous? Edit. Why the fuck is this so popular? A finger and a fire alarm. Since when did you become straight? Edit. Holy shit. Thank you for the likes. Yell to the groom. After I slept with you? This is what you do to me. And punch the bride. Edit. My first award. Thank you. Quietly stand up and stand next to the bride as she walks up to the altar. Straight face and everything. And refuse to sit down for the entire ceremony. If nothing else, it'll make everyone question who's getting married to who. Edit. Wow, my first award. Thanks. At a reception, my wife and I were on the dance floor and I really had to fart. I figured I'd do it while the music was loud. I stood back a little from her and let it rip the very second the DJ lost power. Everyone looked our way and saw me looking at my wife. They looked at my wife. She ran off in a huff. Then I still had bad gas and was looking for a place to let it rip. The hall had some bay doors to a balcony, so I backed my ass out the doors and blasted ass. I turned around to close the doors and saw the bride and groom were out there having an alone moment that I just farted on. Push the cake on the floor. In the middle of the best man speech. Loudly scream, I fucked the groom last night. Lob a grenade into the altar. Kill Bill it. I'm already at the wedding, so I'll just wait for me to ruin it naturally. See username. Destroy the paperwork. It's not official without it. Wedding basically didn't happen. Just yell from a distance. This girl gave me a blowjob and now she's getting married? Object to the wedding. Shit. Sorry everyone. I just got my COVID test back. I tested positive. Confess my hidden love for the bride and threaten to kill myself if she doesn't leave with me. Gotta talk a little faster. Tell her. I don't. I tell them about what happened during the bachelor party. Pee on the cake. Play the wedding march on kazoo while the couple walks to the altar. Stand up on a high ground and as I am putting a golden ring on my finger I say. But they were all of them deceived. For another ring was made. Bring a spoiled child to it. Puke all over the bride. During the ceremony yell, insert groom, bride's name. This is better than the last one. Kill someone. 100% success. Objected say I'm in love with the groom. I'm a guy. So anyway, I started blasting. Send in my very pregnant niece to glare at the groom. Point at her belly and say, you see this, Derek? This is our son. How can you be marrying this whore when our son is due in 3 weeks? Note. I do have a niece who is due to give birth in 3 weeks. But she is happily married to the child's father. So many people are coming up with various bits of rudeness or nudeness that amount to little more than temporary obstacles and annoyances. If you want to ruin a wedding, you're going to have to do something a bit more permanent and scarring. Poison half the drinks, so that as the ceremony begins, half of the wedding party and all the guests begin vomiting gouts of blood and dying painfully in their loved ones' arms. Drones strike the wedding party and leave the survivors to claw their way to sunlight from under a bloody pile of their friends and family. Whipping out your dick isn't enough to ruin a wedding permanently. Unless your dick is lethal. Edit. Big shout out and thanks to all the folks at couldn't have done it without your support and encouragement. What are you planning to do? My friend literally did that. She yelled that they didn't have the government's permission to marry. The minister was then afraid to go on with the ceremony. The shocking thing was that she was correct. The county clerk was the groom's ex-wife. And she denied giving them a permit. Our friend the bride had no idea. So she of course was devastated. The sad thing was that before they got the mess straightened out, her father had passed away, so he couldn't walk her down the aisle. Anything can be ruined with a strategically placed poop. Ceremony. Drop one on the altar. Reception. Curl one out on the head table. Honeymoon suite. Have you ever had the surprise of a man jumping naked from a cupboard and defecating on the new bed linens? Trust me, nobody is getting laid after that. You my kin? I'm not alone. Bring a crying baby. Robert's got a quick hand. He'll look around the room but won't tell you his plan. Bring a dozen rabid ferrets and let them loose after throwing food near the bride and groom. Stand on a chair and faceplant into the cake, effectively destroying the cake. Act like one of the pair is cheating with me, like, name what are you doing? Drunkenly say how his underwear looks way better than the suit. Wink at the groom. Say, I'll see you later, tiger. And go to the bathroom. Yell, aren't you the priest who raped my little brother, you rapist? Or swan dive into the cake yelling, swan dive. Or bring 10 perfume bottles and pour them out in various places. Mix bleach and ammonia and kill everybody. There's so many things you could do. Run away. It's my wedding. I stand up. Confess my love to both bride and groom. And commit seppuku. Show everyone dick pics of the bride. Say, no. Kiss the wife, the husband, the parents, the jack-off in the reception. Head to the altar and whip it out. Thank you for joining us in this alcohol-free wedding. Yell, Siri, say I do, at the crucial moment. Stand up just as they start the vows and yell that I'm in love with the bride. Run on stage when they are kissing and pull my dick out. You can ruin any social situation by whipping out your wiener and screaming the N-word until someone forcibly removes you. Remember, you've spent a lifetime earning the reputation you currently have. And you could flush it all down the drain in 5 seconds if you wanted to. Rickroll the ceremony. Though I don't know, that might make it better. Takes Mike asterisk. Welcome back everyone. Molotov the bride. Claim prima nocta. As is your right.